Hey, chickadees. Today we've got a little bit more real talk about calmness and the importance of remaining calm as we go through conflict. So it's going to be a fun one. And I think we have a little guest that shows up during this video too. So come on in and check it out. All right, chickadees, welcome into today's episode. We're going to continue to talk about remaining calm when things get a little bit haywire in our relationships. And you know what? I would not be surprised at all if we have a general message today about calmness, given the state of certain things going on in our political landscape in the country right now, in the United States in particular. So we'll see what they have for us today, but I'm kind of getting a sense that it might be something along that nature too, and about remaining calm while we're in these kinds of situations as well. So today we're going to use a new deck. This is called Ask Your Guides. This is by a deck by Sonia Choquette. And we're going to see what they have to say, what this deck has to say to us around remaining calm and listening intently to understand. So I can't really hear anything when I'm not calm. The only thing I hear is the voice in my head, usually telling me to run or fight. Like it's that fight, flight, or freeze response. And yeah, I can't hear anything. I don't hear anything over that. So we want to try to remain calm because there is definitely something to that saying that cooler heads prevail. They do. And I'm not talking about putting your beliefs up on a shelf. We're not, advocating for what you believe in. This is not that. This is just saying when you're doing that and when you're having interpersonal conflict of one sort or another, remaining calm is actually when you're your most powerful. So you've heard me say that on this channel before, likely, if you've been around a bit. Those of you who are newer probably haven't heard it, but you will if you go back and watch some of the earlier videos and maybe some of the future videos as well. So, all right, we've got 3 cards that have come out from this deck, so we are ready to go. So my guides have pretty much said, our guides have pretty much said, we're just going to do 3. I was like, okay, sounds good. So we're just doing 3. So until further notice, I guess, unless we do, of course, that 7 energy or 7 energy crescent reading. I'll never get that right. I'm so sorry, Colette. We're going to be such good friends, and I never get that right. So you'd think I would. So, all right. So let's look at the cards that we have today first, just like we usually do. We have all 3 of them are out. The first one is card number 6. This is caution. So this is a guardian angel that is your guide, that is cautioning us, which is really interesting given yesterday's episode. So if you didn't watch that, you might want to go back and take a look at that. Card number 2 is decisions, and this is from your higher self. So we are being asked to be very careful with our decisions, very clear. And that is card number 11. And the third card is card 13. This is change, and it's also your higher self. So, wow. All right. Okay, so these cards, this is a continuation on the theme from yesterday for sure. It's a little different though. So the first card, card number 6, this is your guardian angel, our guardian angels, telling us to be careful. It's that simple. Be careful. Pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. Watch what's going on around you. Listen to how you feel. If you're not in touch with your clairs, get in touch with your clairs and listen to understand your clairs. Clairvoyance, so that's the seeing. What are you seeing around you that's really going on? What are you hearing? Clairaudience. What are you thinking? Claircognizance. And then what are you feeling? Clairsentience. So your clairs are going to be going off. Your intuition is going to be leading you every step of the way. Listen to it. Listen to it. So that is the first card. So, and the other part of this card, like if your intuition says this is not for you, now is the time to turn around and walk the other direction. That card is not messing around. That is your guardian angel saying, this is not skillful for you. This is not for you. This is not going to end good. Turn around and go the other direction. So they couldn't be more clear with this card, to be perfectly honest. Second card, this is card number 11. This is decisions. Whew, this brings up another theme that we've been talking about over the course of the last month and a half, maybe even 2 months. And this is about confusion. This is your higher self when you are making decisions, encouraging you to make them at a place out of clarity, not confusion. Do not make them from a place of ambivalence. Do not juggle them. Make them out of clarity. And if you are not clear, get clear. So whatever that means. And again, if it's an interpersonal relationship and you're asking that person for clarity and they're not giving it to you, you have your answer. Period. You've got your answer. So yeah, our guides are not messing around today with this. So get clear. Get off of the fence. Do not be ambivalent about what's going on. Do not juggle multiple things. Make a decision based on clarity and move forward. That clarity is your higher self. So this is the card 11, your higher self decisions. Card 13, this is the higher self, but it's talking about change. Okay? This is where comfort can come in because this change is uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. Okay, so we want to move and run away from change because we're seeking comfort. Okay, we get to get comfortable with the change. Stay calm. Adapt to what's going on, but remain calm. Accept change that's happening. Right? Doesn't mean you have to agree with it. Right? You get to voice an opinion while remaining calm, but adapt to the change. Okay? Things work out in ways that we just don't understand. Like I can't even tell you. I had a clarity call this morning, and I'm not going to use any names or any real specific details by any means. I don't do that. But here's what happened. This morning in my meditation, my practice, I've told you all, I'll put a link in this video. I use a system that I was introduced to by the work that I've done with Kate St. Clair. She is a medium coach, and my life has forever been changed by this work. And she has an exercise that you ask every morning, very simple exercise, which are 2 questions. I mean, it's just so simple, she calls it the 2 questions. You pull 2 oracle cards. The first card is the answer to who is with you that morning or that evening or whenever you do it. And the second card is what do you need to know? Very simple practice, very profound insights. This morning I did that simple practice, and thank you, Kate St. Clair, you know who you are. Everyone else does now too. And she is one of 2 medium coaches that I have. The other one's amazing. I will talk about him at another time as well. They're both fantastic. I am so blessed to have both of them in my life. I wouldn't be doing this literal YouTube video without them. So, change. Okay, what we want to understand here. Oh, I was telling you the story. I got off track. I'm sorry. This morning in my practice, the 2 questions. So I pull 2 cards. I go through a little meditation that kind of walks you through who it is that's with you that day and what you need to know. Like, very simple. And I was like, oh, this is really meaningful, because it was meaningful for me. And then I get on a clarity call with a new client earlier before I did this video. And what did you just... Hi, Mom. Let's not mess with the camera right now, please. That is funny. She is a funny gal. Okay, so yes. So what I was sharing with you was that the 2 cards that I pulled this morning, very meaningful for me. Had a clarity call with a new client. They were exactly for that client. That's who those cards were for. They were for me as well. Just like these cards that we pull here on Mojo Mysticism almost every day are for all. They're for all of us. Sometimes they're speaking like directly, like pointing out, like the neon sign is up and it's flashing and there's, banners and a band, a marching band or whatever around it saying, Molly, this is for you, but it's also for you. So I have no doubt of that. All right, so what do these 3 cards say? So together, when we're looking at being calm, right, and especially in the context of yesterday's video, the guardian angel very clearly saying, be on the watch, be on the lookout, be careful, and be in touch with your intuition as you move through this next period. I don't know how long it's going to last. It could be a month. It feels like it could be up to a month. So be careful, be discerning, be in touch. Okay? As you're making decisions, engage your higher self. Your higher self is telling you, make these decisions from a place of clarity. Do not make decisions where you have ambivalence or you're juggling options. I'm in the middle of a small decision where I'm basically I'm kind of ruminating and having a great time ruminating on all the different options. But I put a time limit on it. I will make a decision. I will get to clarity and make a decision by the end of the day tomorrow, actually. So, and then change. And this is why. So change is coming, and we are going to be asked to make decisions. And that change is going to require that we remain calm. We want to remain calm through the whole thing, from coming out of a place of caution and in touch with our intuition, looking at making decisions with clarity, right? And remaining calm through the whole thing. Now, how does this relate to listening intently to understand? These cards today are that's how they really are different from yesterday. Yesterday was about interpersonal relationships, right? What happens when there's a discordance or a frequency mismatch or an energetic mismatch between people, and there becomes a little bit of conflict, and one person may go off and gather the troops, right? The birds of a feather in a different way, because that card means something different under most circumstances. But they're gathering the troops, and then there's smoke and mirrors. So there's a whole bunch of storytelling that goes on, very little of which is likely even grounded in reality. It's grounded in a perception that has been blown out of proportion, because that's what we do when we're in conflict. We blow everything out of proportion. That's part of being human. It's normal, okay? So today, what we're being asked to do is say, okay, I'm not playing that game this time. I am going to be cautious and deliberate and in touch with my intuition. I'm going to make decisions from that place about how I'm going to behave, especially when I'm in conflict, right? And I'm going to allow change to happen. I'm going to adapt to it, even when it's uncomfortable. It doesn't mean I agree with it, okay? So I want you all to understand, like, when you're trying to advocate for something that you believe firmly in, okay, that is absolutely, if you're called to it, do it. Do it. We need your voice, right? The world, that's what I mean by we. The world needs your voice. When you're called to do something, just do it. Just make sure you're doing it from a place of calmness, because that's when you're in your true power. All right, so caution, decisions, and change today. We've got our guardian angel saying, all right, be careful, and your higher self saying, okay, you got some decisions to make, and things are going to change. So we're going to do this from a place of calm. All right, chickadees, that's really it for today. Thanks for joining us. Hit subscribe or follow us, or like us if you like us. If you don't like us, then don't like us. It's fine. So we're not for everybody, and we're not trying to be. So, but we are trying to grow this channel so that we can reach the people who we are for, who we are here for and here to serve. So your following us and liking us when it resonates with you is really important to our future growth. So thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful day, chickadees. I love you, and I'll see you here next time. Mwah.